Hey everybody. Hoping everybody had a great weekend. We're kind of coming up on Sunday, about 5 p.m. I just want to get these workouts out. And I hope everybody or a lot of you listen to this because it explains a lot. Because I see the coaches trying to explain stuff, but sometimes it just doesn't seem like it sinks in. So, we're on week 2 of a strength program. As you can see, the strength portion on Monday is deadlift, 8 by 3 at 50%. So sometimes people tend to put more than 50% on the bar because they think, oh, this is kind of stupid. I'm not getting anything out of it. And their 50% turns into 80%. And I kind of chuckle because, yeah, you are getting a lot out of it if you focus on the movement pattern and you're doing it for speed. So you should be going very, very fast each rep because speed equates into strength. So this is an explosive lower movement or a dynamic day. Stick to the protocol and you will see you'll reap the benefits. If you're failing at some of these lifts, then you're not doing it right. And Kevin brought a good point to me on some of the heavier stuff. You know, you may want to take 10% off the top and then do your 70, 80, or 90% when you're doing a heavier lifts, and I'll get to that. So deadlifts 8 by 3 every minute on a minute, so half of whatever your 1 rep max is. And your 1 rep max changes all the time, so just kind of be smart. If you haven't done a 1 rep max in a very long time, it may not be as high, so you might want to even take 10% off of that. What happens is there's a true 1 rep max, which is the actual, like, that is it. You're squeaking out 1 rep barely. That's your 1 rep max. And then there's a working 1 rep max, which means that you take 10% off of the true 1 rep max that I just talked about. So sometimes people will take 10% off and then they'll do 50%. So let's just say your deadlift is 400 pounds. Half of that is obviously 200 pounds, correct? So if you wanted to do a 1 rep working max, you're going to take 40 pounds off the 400 and then do 50%. So that would be what, 180? Yeah, I think so. All right, moving on. Conditioning, 5 rounds. 3-minute AMRAP of a triplet, 3 movements. So you're going to need 1 barbell and 1 kettlebell. So you're going to do 5 touch and go power cleans. I'm going to fix the numbers here because of L1, L2, L3. And it should be moderately light. So 5 touch and go power cleans, 15 Russian swings, 15 floor press. These numbers are all L3 right now. I'll put in L2 and L1. So you, after the 3-minute AMRAP is up, you get a 1-minute rest. And then you're going to continue that for 5 sets. Tuesday is upper rep work. Upper body rep work. That's height. This is basically for hypertrophy or muscle, gaining dense muscle mass. That's why we're starting to do the higher repetitions. It's going to carry over huge for you. Shoulder press 4 by 12 every 3 minutes. This is eye-opening, guys, and a lot of people fail on this. That's 4 sets at 12. So even if your first set feels relatively easy, let's just say 95 pounds, and then you're going into your second rep, it's like, well, it's a little more challenging because you're going every 3 minutes. The third set, you're like barely squeaking it out. If you're even getting 12, your 4th round, you're smoked. So we're also working on muscular endurance. Then we're going to give you about 10 minutes, not a lot of time, to do a split jerk. Okay, just find a heavy 1 rep max for the day. So that doesn't mean a PR. That just means a heavy rep for the day. Because we're kind of in a little bit of a hurry. We're trying to squeeze a lot of stuff in. And then we got 5 rounds of 25 unbroken wall ball and 10 unbroken chest to bar pull-ups. Now, I kind of leave it up to the morning coach to gauge things. If this is taking you a very long time, then you probably went too heavy. So this should not, 25 unbroken wall balls should basically take you 30 seconds, 40 seconds tops. It's unbroken. If you're not doing them unbroken, you basically overreached. So even if you have to do 25 unbroken air squats, that's fine. But if you're breaking them up, it's not what we're looking for. So try to use the proper weight. And unbroken means you don't stop at the top of the ball and rest. That means you're moving the entire time. 10 unbroken chest to bar pull-ups. We're obviously going to have regular pull-ups and then ring rows in here for L2 and L1. Capacity training on Wednesday. It seems to be our favorite day. 45-minute AMRAP, 1,000-meter row, 800-meter run, 100 double unders, 50-calorie assault bike. You're going to continue doing those 4 movements for 45 minutes. Thursday, back squat, 5x5 at 75%. This is what I'm talking about, every 3 minutes. If you were to do 5 reps at your true 1 rep max, 75% of your true 1 rep max, you are going to be gassed because you're doing that every 3 minutes. So that's 25 reps. So you may want to consider dropping it down because you're going to be expecting to continually go up as the time goes forward because this is an 11-week program. Testing, we're going to do a broad jump. We're going to do 3 attempts for a broad jump. This stuff's kind of fun. Just be careful. Don't twist your ankle. Conditioning, 3 attempts to hit a 1 rep max after doing 3 warm-up sets. So the conditioning is basically a barbell complex. We're doing a little barbell cycling. So it's 8 deadlifts, 8 power cleans, 8 front squats, 8 shoulder overhead. This is rough, by the way. You could be conservative because we got Jerry's ladder coming up on Saturday. Explosive upper, which is basically mirroring our Mondays. Friday is mirroring our Mondays, but it's upper instead of lower. So you're going to bench 8x3, 50%. I mean, you literally should be punching that weight off your chest so fast. Conditioning is a 20-minute AMRAP. It's 2 snatch, 2 power snatch, 2 squat snatch, 10 pull-ups, 15 assault bike. Saturday is Jerry's ladder. So hope everybody can make it out for Saturday. I hope everybody has a great week. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and post below.